computer. Okay, hello everyone. This is Speak Life to Youth and Children's SLIC, SLYC International, and I'm Latanya Smith, or Miss LT, or Sister LT, or Elder LT, or Miss Latanya, whatever the kids decide to call me. I am the CEO and founder of the organization, and today is a treat. This is the second time we've had her on here in a year. Good friend of mine from Tallahassee, Florida. We actually ended up at the same ministry, ordained and all of that, worked in ministry together for a number of years. And she is Mrs./Coach Denise Simpson. She's going to tell you more about herself, but just tell you a little bit. She's an awesome praise and worshiper. She sings very well. There's a song back in the day, I can't think of the artist's name, and that she used to lead. There are several songs, but one in particular I love that she lead. If you catch hell, don't hold it. Going through hell, don't stop. And she's a phenomenal singer. Her and her husband are a phenomenal couple. This is her passion. I've known her, I don't even know how many years. And she's going to talk to you, mainly to the young people that's online. And right now we have 4, hopefully a couple more are coming, about how to be a millionaire by the age of 21, what you can do now to start prepping for your future. So Coach Denise Simpson of Green Smart Financials, take it away.
Thank you so much, Elder LT. That's what we call her. Okay. You guys are, I really love what she's doing with SLIC, and working with the youth, and just kind of going back from our church days. She has always loved working with the youth, and that's really needed. I love her passion. She will do everything that she can to help you succeed in life. So I was very excited when she actually launched her nonprofit to be able to start helping you. So let's get right into it. I'd like to see, so Jacoy, are you able to show your camera just so I can see who I'm talking with? I mean, we'll all just be family since it's just us on the Zoom.
And you would know Jacoy, he is Tony and Sandy Justice's grandson.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so Jacoy, you definitely gotta let me see your face now. And hey, Sandy, I missed them. I hadn't seen them since church days. Nice to meet you. So I am going to go ahead and share my screen. What I would do is you can kind of ask questions in between. If I need to stop, I don't mind doing that. So let me just share my screen.
And you can put your questions in chat and I'll read them all.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so can everybody see my screen? Let's see if I can go to presentation mode. Okay. Do it. It's trying to do it. Awesome. All right, cool. All right. So becoming a millionaire generation. That's actually what we're going to talk about. I know I heard Elder LT say become a millionaire by the time you turn 21. No, that ain't gonna happen unless you started when you was a baby. So I am going to show you how you can have a millionaire by the time you're retired. So maybe you can retire early, okay? And I have a few things that I'll show you of how you can do it. And so this just represents different families. There's different ethnicity. There's Asian, there's Hispanic, there's African American, there's Caucasian, there's all groups of people. And so I want you to know you can become a millionaire. You can become a millionaire generation. Matter of fact, let me ask a question. Who actually wants to be a millionaire? Let me see by show of hands. Okay, great. Because I was going to say that if nobody raised their hand, I was going to say that maybe we might not need to talk about this subject. Okay, so everyone wants to at least have money. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. Again, just putting a plug in for my company, Green Smart Financials. I am on social media and also the website. One thing I would say is that if you all could introduce me to your parents, because you're probably going to want your parent to be millionaires too. It might not be too late, but they can definitely start getting some things started. It is so phenomenal of how you can become a millionaire. It's easy to become a millionaire these days, okay? And this is what I put some things in place for my grandkids, my kids, and also for myself, because now I understand how money works, okay? So let me see if I can go to the next slide. All right, so now the first thing I'm going to do is talk to you about 2 types of people, okay? because there's two groups of people. There's the many and the few. Let me just tell you how most Americans live. Most Americans live by being in debt. That means that first thing they want is a car. What is that? They go get a car payment. Then later on, you want a house. What is that? A mortgage. You know, because most people can't pay for their house cash. I couldn't pay for my house cash. So I was doing what everybody else does. If you, one thing about, we are impulsive buyers. So if we see something and if it's not payday, but we really want it, what we do? We go and put it on a credit card, etc. You know, we do have some sort of retirement plan in place, either 401k, or we may even have something on the job. But look how small insurance is. And that's because most people don't understand the power of life insurance. Notice how the income for the many is less than 100,000. They usually go and put their money in the bank savings and CDs, because this is what we're told to do. You need to save your money. I mean, I know a lot of parents tell their kids to do that, because I did the same thing, because I was saying what my grandparents said. So it is good to put your money in the bank, but I'm just going to tell you, the bank is not going to give you a great return. It will give you liquidity, meaning that you can go and pull the money out of the bank. You know, you swipe your ATM card, or you go to the grocery store, you swipe your debit card. But when you do it that way, you're not able to keep track of your money. The bank is only going to give you an interest rate of 0 to 3%. And at age 65, a lot of people are still working, and they're also still renting. But now my goal is to show you how you can actually switch from the left to the right and becoming like the few. Okay. Notice how the few, they don't have a lot of debt. Why? Because instead of having paying interest to somebody else, like for a car note, for a house, they would rather have interest being paid to them. And they have a retirement plan, but let's see what their retirement plan. They have a retirement plan, but they're using things like mutual funds, real estate, etc., and insurance. But also notice how their insurance is bigger, because they understand the power of life insurance. Life insurance, believe it or not, is more than just something that buries you when you die. This was something that I had to find out once I got into the financial services field. I just thought you get insurance just to, bury you when you die and leave the rest of your family. And this is why a lot of people, especially in the African-American community, do not like to talk about life insurance, because they think about it's for death. Well, things have changed. There's two other ways you can use life insurance. You can use it for living benefits. So if something happens to you and you have a sickness or have a car accident, etc., they will accelerate that benefit to you, where you can actually use the money now. For example, we had a gentleman who suffered a stroke. He was only 38 years old. Guess what? The insurance company cut him a check for $211,000 so he can take care of his no matter what. Guess what? Do y'all think he had to pay that money back? If you think he had to pay that money back once he recovered, raise your hand. You guys are okay. So I only saw one hand, but guess what? He did not have to pay his money back. Once the insurance company cut him a check, he didn't have to pay the money back. The other thing too is, do you think he got to keep his insurance once they gave him once they accelerated that $211,000 to him out of his insurance policy? Who thinks that he got to keep his insurance? Okay, good. You're exactly right. He got to keep his insurance. You're exactly right. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Now, when we look at what's happening in America today, this is what we want. We want the nice big house. We want the car. Matter of fact, if I ask you, put in the chat, what kind of car you want? I know you got somebody want a Maserati, somebody want a G-Wagon, somebody want a Range Rover. I see. Okay, so what kind of car do you want, Tarif? What's your dream car? Unmute yourself.
I don't know.
Oh, you ain't decided yet. You just middle school.
Okay.
Okay, you don't know what car yet? It's okay. If somebody was gonna give you a car, what kind would you want them to give you?
Hellcat.
Okay.
Hellcat. Okay.
All right. So now what this picture represents is that this is how we want to live. I mean, look at Nelly with all the jewelry on him. He got the watch, he got the bracelet, he got the necklace, he got the earrings. And of course, those are real diamonds. I'm pretty sure they are. He got the money to buy real diamonds. I don't mean that they are real diamonds he got on, but he got the money to buy the real diamonds. I look at Beyonce, she's flashy. Everybody know that she's a millionaire. She probably got more money than Jay-Z, and then, women, we like purses, we also like shoes, guys, they like video games. They like to go and buy suits and they like the Jordans. And so this represents what we want in life. Is that true? Is there anybody on here that don't want this kind of stuff? Okay, I see no hands. All right. But then guess what? But this is how we live. We in debt. We do a lot of shopping. We spend our money up, so our bank account look like this a lot. Because of, this is kind of our income, maybe $500 a week. This said $424 after you done paid your taxes. So $500 a week, which is what, 5, 10, maybe $2,000 a month. At the end of the month, we got more month than we do money. And don't raise your hand, but do you have any money in your wallet right now? I know you guys are teenagers. I'm just I'm actually making a point here. And then this is how we eat. I mean, look at junk food. I mean, we generally, we got Kool-Aid, we got chips, we got goldfish, this is kind of how we live. We spend a lot of money on these things. And what do these things all represent? They represent habits. So you don't become a millionaire when you get money. You have to become a millionaire in your mind first, and also with your daily habits. Because think about it. If you won the lottery right now, you probably wouldn't know what to do with it, with the money. And then there have been instances where people have become millionaires, but then in a year or 2 years, they're back to poverty. Why? Because the same way you don't give a baby an expensive toy, like if you got a 3-year-old child, you would not give him what do you call those things that you can you use your controllers and they can be in the air? What do you call those things? Unmute yourself.
You talking about like a gaming console?
No, I'm talking about the thing that flies in the air outside. What is that called?
A drone. A drone.
A drone. Thank you. You wouldn't give a 3-year-old a drone, would you? No, you wouldn't give a 3-year-old a drone. Why? Because a 3-year-old don't know what they're doing, and them drones are expensive. Well, the same way you would not give a 3-year-old a drone, then it's not wise to give, teenagers or people who don't really know how to manage the money. You don't want to give them $1 million because they would not know what to do with it. They would actually squander it. And there's been instances where people have won the lottery and it says from rags to riches and then back to rags. Because if you don't develop your mind of how to manage money, then you'll always be broke. And that's what this conversation is about, okay? How to be a millionaire generation, okay?
Denise,
So one of the things
to tag on that for a minute.
Yeah.
Guys, he is an older basketball player, but how many of you all know Dennis Rodman or heard of Dennis Rodman?
Me.
Okay, do you realize he went broke in the NFL? I mean, in the NBA? He went broke, as well as the artist, singer, songwriter, Teddy Riley. He went broke. For the same reasons that Denise is talking about. And these are multimillionaire people that went broke at one point in time or another.
Mm-hmm. And so and with that note, that means it's because of our habits. It's mindset and habits. So if you guys are taking notes, make sure you put that down, because mindset and habits, those are the things that you have to develop before you start making the money. You have to develop your mind, and we're going to talk about what those habits really look like. If it's a case that, like, let's just say you're getting an allowance right now. If you get an allowance right now, how many of you all, as soon as you get the allowance, or let's just say you're making your money, cutting yours, are you saving some of your money and then spending some, or do you spend it all up and you go back to zero? The reason why I'm saying this is because most people who work on a job, they live from paycheck to paycheck. That means they spend all their money up and then they got to wait until payday to get more money. And that's not being wise with the money that you make. So let's talk about some of these habits. Now Eric Thomas, we call him the hip hop preacher. I don't know if you guys have heard of him or not, but he goes to a lot of schools and he's training and he's pouring into kids, and that's just what he does. But he's a top motivational speaker. He says success is never on discount. Greatness is never on sale. Greatness is never half off. You know, sometimes you might be looking for a deal. Hey, can I get a deal? You know, I want to buy this game, but I don't want to pay full price. So it's all or nothing. It's all day, every day. Greatness is never on discount. So we're talking about habits. Discount means this. Let's just say you guys want to be football players, okay? But how much practice time do you get in? You know, are you eating healthy? Are you exercising? Do you give up really easy? Do you have good sportsmanship? This is what it means about success is never on discount. You cannot take shortcuts and expect to be successful. You can't take shortcuts. You got to be all in because you're banking on yourself. And you might see others that only, give half energy. I'm just going to do half, just enough to get by. Doing enough just to get by is habits of thinking that things are on sale. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Let's see if I can find my thing here. Okay. All right. So here are 8 signs that you are good with money. One of it says, do you have a steady flow of income? Now, I know you guys are just middle school, but I'm teaching you this because of where you're going. When you have a steady flow of income, that means you're able to be consistent. And this actually can be applicable to where you are right now. Do you consistently do your chores? Do you consistently make your bed? Do you consistently do your homework? Are you consistently on time for school?
Kaylin, don't put them on blast. Don't put them on blast like that.
No, I'm just talking. I'm just saying what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about Kaylin, one of the mothers.
Oh.
I'm saying, no, they don't.
Oh, okay. So what this is talking about is steady flow. It just means consistency. Because whatever you do in life, it is going to challenge you, but you cannot quit. Usually when you're starting something new, whether it's, starting a sport or a new class, sometimes at first you like it, then all of a sudden you don't like it. But during the time when you don't like it, that's the time where it's stretching you. It's actually growing you and maturing you. So that's the time you don't want to stop, okay? You know how much you spend. I don't know if anybody keep up with how much money that they spend. Like how often I remember one time when I was measuring how much money I was spending going to eat out, and for a whole month I had to spend about $400 eating out. I'm like, $400. A lot of times you swipe the card, you don't know how much eating out you're doing, but you want to know how much you're spending, because if your paycheck is $2,000 and when you spending all $2,000 of it, no wonder there's no money left over. But you want to track right now how much money you spend. If you get an allowance, or if you're making money now while you're in middle school, you want to track how much you're spending, because you want to make sure you're saving and putting away more than you spend. Can you pay your bills every month? Or do you have to, or are you having to go, and borrow money? Hey, can I borrow? Anytime you're borrowing, that means you're living beyond your means. So when you can pay your bills every month, then that means that you're actually good with money. You can buy things that you want. The reason why you can buy things that you want is you save up. If you got that video game, it costs $30, but you're only getting $10 this week, you got to save your money up. But then once you save up to $30, don't go and spend all the $30. Wait until you got 60, then you can spend 30 and you still got 30 left. That's all I'm saying. You have an emergency fund, and that's what it is. That 30 that's left is your emergency fund. You are planning for a major purchase. This might be a little bit over you guys' head, but you are saving money and you invest to make more money. Okay. Do you realize that there are kids your age that are actually making money 6 figures? Because the millennials, Generation Z, Generation X, they are learning how to make money just on the internet. They create these games that people, can get on. They're making money even while they're middle school or high school. There's this young girl has a lemonade business. I think she was on Steve Harvey's show, where she has a lemonade business. Yes, her parents are helping, but she's the face of that business, and she started it even while she's middle school. At my church, there is one young lady, her name is Daisha. Guess what? She started her business. Do you know what her business is? She blings out your Crocs. I got some Crocs that she's blinged out. She charged you $50 a Croc now, okay? Now, you got to buy the Crocs yourself, but it's worth it. Once she blings it out with the different colors, and she does guys Crocs too. You know, it don't have all the diamonds like the girls, but it looks is definitely meant for the boys. But she can really make your Crocs really look amazing. And so she's gotten almost everybody in the church. And guess what? She's making her money, saves her money. She gives tithes off her money. But here she is in middle school, but she's already a business owner where she can actually, make your Crocs look amazing. And so the thing about it is that even though you guys are middle school, you don't have to, you can be making money right now while you're in middle school. You just got to be creative of how you do it. So now here's the irony of age. This is how most people live their lives. Like when you're young, you got a lot of time, but you ain't got no money, but you got a lot of energy. Then once you become an adult, you graduate from high school, you turn 21 now, and you're still in college or you got a job with whatever your career path is right now. Then you don't have a lot of time because now you're doing a whole lot of stuff. You might be in sports, you might got classes, and so you're busy all the time. But you got a little bit of money and you got energy. Then when you get old, now you got time and money, but now you ain't got no energy to spend it. So this is actually like what actually happens as we live our lives. And so what we need to do is see how can we manage this so we can get all three. Like as a young one, you might not have money, but guess what? Young kids are making money now. You can make money now. You don't have to wait until you're an adult. Now, definitely get your schoolwork done. That's priority. You want to make sure you pass the next grade. That's priority. But you can still be making money. You can be. I know my son used to go and mow lawns. He used to mow lawns and come back with his money. My grandson was doing that. He was mowing lawns. He come back with his money because he wanted some Jordans and his mom wasn't gonna buy them, and I wasn't gonna buy them either. I'm like, if you're gonna spend that much money on Jordans, you need to have a job. So guess what? He would start mowing lawns, and then he just started making it a profession where he, that was how he made his money when he was in high school. He had money while he was in high school. As an adult, the way you can manage your time, just manage your time better. A lot of times we actually agree to do a lot of stuff that we really need to pull back on. The way we can have our energy when we're older is don't ever stop exercising. Keep exercising, and that way you can keep your energy. All right. So it says, in order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. Remember, anything you start doing, you might fail at the beginning. Me, when I started building money, I made mistakes. Like I worked for the state. I had a deferred comp. In 2008, I lost a lot of money. I put my money in different things where I've lost money in the market. But now I've learned the secret of how you make money, and it's through life insurance. And that's where you never lose money. So let's see what that looks like. It says the only money rules you need is this. You're going to pay yourself first. The second one is you need to save rainy days, save for a rainy day. You want to live below your means, and you don't want to be in debt. Let's talk about debt for a second. What is debt? Now, there is good debt and bad debt. Debt is when you owe someone, a person, company, and government. That's all it is, okay? Like, for example, if you have over here a credit card, or if you got a house payment, etc., then that means you owe somebody. That's all debt is, okay? And it's not really bad until you get to the place where you have to pay more out than you get in, or you're so burdened down with debt because of you're overspending. Okay, so not all debt is bad. Debt becomes a problem when you overspend and cannot meet your obligations. And so I'm talking about this because I'm telling you how to have a millionaire mindset, because it starts with that first. How you handle money, then that determines whether or not you will become a millionaire. Okay, so now let me show you this part. The way you grow money is through compound interest. I don't know if you guys know. If I say compound interest, let me see if I can break that down for you. Actually, I think I got another slide here. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. So here's compound interest. All compound interest is that you're earning interest on the money that you previously earned. For example, let's just say I gave you $10, okay? And you let somebody borrow $10, and you say, okay, when you pay me back, you got to pay me 12, okay? They pay you $12. Then you lend it out again, and then now the person then is going to pay you, when you lend out the $12, they got to pay you 15 back, okay? So this is a way of how you're earning compound interest, you know, on the money that that you're earning. But in the adult life, we're putting our money, you know, either in an annuity or in mutual funds or in real estate. And what it's going to do is going to compound. So even though I may have put in $25,000 in 10 years, that $25,000 is going to increase to $50,000 because of compound interest. Did that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if you understood what I just said. Okay. So now compound interest is what you want, because you want to make money on top of the money that you already made. And so I'm going to show you what I did with my, I think this is next slide. There's 4 homes of money. And then I'm going to tell you what I did for my grandson to make sure he's on track to actually have $1 million. Okay. So now there's 4 places where people put their money. One of them is real estate. Another one is they put money in the bank. Other people put their money in investments. And guess what? I'm gonna let you know what the 4th place of where they put money. But let's see how each one of them work, and so we can figure out what's the best place and where you put money at. So if you put your money in real estate, and let's just say you bought some property and the property is worth $100,000. And then you're like, man, I need $20,000 or I need $10,000. Okay. You can't just go and get that money because it's not liquid. You got to sell the property in order to get the money. So this is why you have 0. Is this a safe investment? Well, it's sort of 50-50. It's safe when the market values are going up. But then when the market value starts dropping, then that means you can owe more on your home than what your home is worth. That's when it's bad. The rate that you're earning on the money is kind of 50-50, because right now we're going down into a decline. So that means that your value of your home may not be as much now because it's actually declining. Do you pay taxes on it? Yes, you're gonna have to pay taxes on it. Okay. So out of this real estate, you're only getting 1 out of 4. So let's look at banks. You put your money in the bank. Can I go and get my money out of the bank once I put it in? Yes. Guess what? You get a 1. Is it safe? Yes, because I'm not going to lose money. Whatever I put in the bank, if it's $50, when I go back and look at it again, I'm going to still have the same $50. Is it going to grow money? No, it is not going to grow money for you. I'm so sorry. Okay. You put the $50, it's going to be that same amount. Do I have to pay taxes on it? No. Well, yes, you do have to pay taxes on it, especially if you're getting a dividend on it. You will have to pay taxes on it. So now let's look at investments. You know, can I make it liquid? No. That means liquid just means can I go and get it when I want to? And that answer is no on that one. Is it safe? Well, sort of, because when the market is increasing, I'm going to earn more money. But if the market drops, I'm going to lose money. Am I going to get a good interest rate on my money? Well, it's 50-50. It just depends on what the economy does. Will I have to pay taxes on that? Absolutely. I'm going to be paying Uncle Sam actually a lot of money, at least about 20 or 30%. Okay. So the 4th way that you can put your money is in life insurance. With life insurance, guess what? It's liquid. That means that if I needed to get money from it, I can get money from my insurance policy. Is it safe? Yes, it's going to grow money based on compound interest, but I'm not going to lose a dime because you don't lose money when you have money in life insurance. Am I going to get a good rate? Absolutely. 5-6% is how much you're going to be earning on your money. That's the interest rate as far as the compound. Do I have to pay taxes? No, you don't pay taxes on life insurance. So now let me show you what I did with my grandson. I think this is the next slide. Yes, right here. Okay, so let me show you this part. What I did for my grandson, at the time, he was only 18 years old. You know, he said, Grammy, I don't want to be like you and Papa, work on a job for, 30 years and retire when I'm 65. He said, I want to retire before I'm 65. So we said, okay, since we started late trying to put some money together to make sure we leave money for our kids and our grandkids, we got him a life insurance policy. This life insurance policy is called Index Universal Life, also known as a LIRP. The LIRP means Life Insurance Retirement Plan. Okay, you guys following me so far? Give me a thumbs up if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so now this is what I did. Let me see if I can move this box over here. Okay, so this is what I did. I got him an insurance policy. Now this one just shows 100,000, but the one I got him is he has $500,000 of life insurance. We're paying on it for at least the first 10 years because he was 18 when we got the insurance policy. Once he, in 10 years, he's going to take it over and start paying his own policy, okay? We pay like $185 a month for his insurance policy. So I'm saying this, hopefully your parents are listening too, because this is a way of how you can build wealth for your children and your grandchildren. This policy that I'm showing you here, I have one for each one of my kids and each one of my grandkids, even down to, at that time, she was my 3-year-old granddaughter. We have a policy like this for her, but because her premium is very low, I pay like $250 a year for her life insurance policy, only $250 a year. Whereas this one, my grandson, I'm paying $185 a month for him, but he has $500,000 in life insurance. Okay, and actually that's what this one is here in the background. I just realized what happened when I changed it. I had two of them side by side, but it made this one be in the background. But this is the one that was $500,000, but this is the one where they have close to $100,000 in life insurance. So this is showing, remember I told you about based on compound interest? This is how the money will grow over time. When this person turns 69, they'll have $897,000 in an insurance policy that they can pull money out of. That means they can get a monthly income from it, or if they need to make a withdrawal because they want to buy a car, or they want a down payment on a house. This insurance policy is going to grow money. They pull money out of it, but because the money keeps building on top of each other. That's what compound interest means. Because the money is still building on top of each other, they can pull money out of the insurance policy. And guess what? The money will still start growing some more. So we're talking about how to have $1 million, how to be a part of a millionaire generation. This is how families are becoming millionaires now. Okay. The way that they're becoming millionaires is that they're getting insurance policies and they are building money and cash value. You see how when they turn 74, they're already a millionaire? If they keep letting the money grow, by the time they're 84, it's 2 million. Now that's based on them not taking any money out of it, but you can pull money out of it depending on how much you pull out of it. You can let the interest accumulate where you can actually make that money back. So this is actually how we're helping families to be able to help their children become millionaires, and they become millionaires as well, depending on what their age is and what they can afford. $200 is not a whole lot of money for an adult, that has a full-time job. Now, let me talk about a bonus. The bonus is this. It also comes with living benefits. Now, it'd be great if we just grow old gracefully and die in our sleep, at the age of 100 or over. But the truth of the matter is that we don't know what's going to happen to us because something may happen to our health. We may get a sickness. We might, get into a car accident. We might, anything could happen to us. And so you want to make sure that you have access to cash in the event that that you can't work or your parents are going to have to take care of you. They're still going to need income, and that's where this policy helps with that too. Look at what happens. It's going to cover them in 4 ways. If they get a terminal illness, the insurance company would actually accelerate a benefit of $742,000. If they had a chronic illness, or then they would just pay them $14,887 a month for income. If they have a chronic illness or a critical injury, then this is the lump sum that the insurance company would do. What that means is the insurance company will cut a check for this amount and give it to you so you can take care of you no matter what. That's the same example that I told you about the guy who had a stroke, and the insurance company cut him a check for $211,000. He didn't have to pay the money back, and he continued to pay on his insurance policy. And guess what? His insurance, his cash value is growing some more. Okay. So I'm showing you, this is a way of how you can, when you're growing money through life insurance, you don't have to worry about losing money when the stock market drops. There is no tax paid on it when you pull the money out. And then this money is growing over time at a greater interest rate than just putting your money in the bank. And so this is how you can actually make money for the future. Okay. Now, money grows three ways. It grows fixed, variable, and index. If you're putting your money in the bank, this is your line right here. It's a blue line. Notice how it's just a straight line. You're not really going to grow a lot of money because you see it's a straight line. Look at the gap between the two. But then the variable rate is like people putting their money in the market. Have y'all heard of people playing Forex? Who's ever heard the term Forex? Okay, well, this is putting your money in investments, but this is a variable rate because when the market goes up, you earn money, but when the market goes down, you lose money. So we show families how to use the index where you don't lose money. That's basically all it is to it. Okay, let me keep going. So we do sit down with families and offer a financial lifestyle strategy, but let me kind of get to the questions now, okay? Based on the information that I kind of shared with you guys, you know, tell me what questions do you have about how to about how to become a millionaire generation. I kind of shared something at the beginning. Does a millionaire start when you get the money, or does it start before you get the money? Which one it is? Unmute yourself and tell me.
Before.
It starts before. You're exactly right. You know why? It starts in the mind. So let's talk about some habits, okay? I kind of touched on it a little bit, but let me just kind of have a conversation with you, okay? Because right now is the time that you want to start developing good habits. You want to, so again, you don't wait until you get the millions to be a millionaire. You have to already see yourself as a millionaire and start doing millionaire habits. So when you get the money, you know exactly what to do with it. Does that make sense? So let's rehearse some of the habits. Some of the habits are you spending all of your money? If you are, those are not good habits. You want to always save some of the money. So if your parents give you $10, make sure you save $5. If they give you $20, make sure you save $10. Save half of it. That means you're learning how to live below your means. Another thing, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if I wake up in the morning and if I don't make my bed, if I'm going to school or going to work late, if I'm not prepared, I left my homework, or I didn't do my homework, those are not millionaire habits. Millionaire habits is I wake up in the morning because I set my alarm. When I wake up, I make my bed up. That's your first task. When you make your bed every morning, you're actually showing yourself how to be disciplined. Because in order to be a millionaire has to be disciplined. They can't just impulsively go and spend money. Because if they spend money as soon as they get it, they won't be a millionaire. So you got to be disciplined. If you get up and make your bed every morning, because you're consistent and disciplined in doing that, it carries over. When you do your homework and make sure you bring your homework, that means you're being prepared. You're also being disciplined too. Those are habits that you're learning now, that so that when you actually get money in your hand, or you start a business, or you have a way that you're getting income on a job, you will know how to use those habits when you become an adult, so that when you are given things to manage, whether it's being a manager, whether or not you're getting money and you have to manage that, or whether or not you're actually a captain or team lead on a captain, you're discipline yourself, and that way people will follow you because of your habits. The other thing is that you're in class and you're actually listening. You're not on your phone, you're not doodling on the paper, you're paying attention. That's a millionaire mindset. That's a millionaire habit. Because another thing too is that you're reading books. Let me see if I can show you. The richest man that ever lived, King Solomon. Paychecks to play checks. Now we like getting a paycheck, but man, when I get play checks, those are the checks that I don't have to pay nothing out of. That's what you want. And that's kind of what I get being a business owner. Mastery. Millionaires, they love reading. They love knowledge. So if you don't like reading, you got to start developing reading. My grandmother used to say that if you want to hide something, put it in the Bible, because folks don't read. You want to learn how to be a reader. You have got to read. I even have, this is the book I'm reading right now. Faith Made Millionaire. This is Matt Sapala. He's he's a board counselor, actually senior board counselor with Money Smart Movement. You can actually find him all on YouTube. Just look for Money Smart Guy. Money Smart Guy. He's on YouTube. He's on social media. But this is the book I'm reading right now. He's talking about how when he first started, he didn't have the good habits, but he had to later on develop habits. He's made at least $5 million in this company. I'm telling you, millionaires, they read books. They like knowledge, because you cannot continue to grow. Here's one other book. John Maxwell, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Do you know why I'm reading these books? Because I'm becoming a millionaire. I'm developing millionaire habits. You know, I have money. It's not a million yet, but it's gonna be, because I have a business. It's only a matter of time. But if I spend everything I make, I won't become a millionaire, because I have to learn what to do with money. And that's kind of what this conversation is about. So any questions? I like your glasses, LT.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, any questions? Any questions?
How many on here like to read?
Be honest. Anybody that like to read, raise your hand.
Okay, if you don't like to read, who's gonna start reading? And go first of all, go get books that you like first. You know, go and get, you know, if you like, you know, if you like looking at, I mean, whatever books are fun, start with those first. Then you can get educational books. Does that make sense? But you must be a reader. If you want to be a millionaire, you must be a reader. You got to read, because you can't live long enough to learn everything that you need to know. So you have to read other people's experience and learn from that while you're young. So one of the things I'm going to challenge you all to do is go and get a library card. Tell your parents, Mom, Dad, I need a library card. Get in a habit of going to the library so you can start learning how to read books. I know schools may not give you books now because they're very expensive. Sometimes kids don't bring them back, but definitely go and start going to the library because you want to start reading. So that's all I have. I'm going to turn it back over to Elder LT.
Okay, for those who have their cameras off, I need you to turn them on for a minute. Just for a minute. For those who have your cameras off, turn them on for a minute. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Jacoy. Malia and Morgan, I need you to turn your cameras on. Hi, Morgan. Unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hi, Malia. Okay, I just see a wall or a ceiling or a door. Okay, Morgan. Asking this question, are you a registered SLIC student? Or you just saw me?
No, I'm not registered.
Okay, I'm going to give you a link. I'm going to put a link in the chat box. If you would, talk with your mom. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 15.
Talk with your mom and register. Malia, can I see your face for a minute? If it's okay. Just for a minute. Come on. I know your hair may not be just, how old are you, Malia? Malia? How old are you? You're not going to talk. Okay, let me put this in the chat. And the reason I'm asking this, give me a minute. Let me get to the chat. Go to www.slickinternational.com. At the bottom of the home page, there's a registration link. Morgan, ask your mom or your parent to, okay, Malia, go and register. The reason I need your registration, because I'm going to send you something via mail. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me make sure we got the budget to do what I'm trying to do. Hold on for a minute.
Hey, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Okay. So for each youth on here, I'm giving you 30 days from today to go to the library, check out 2 books, read them, give me a 1-page report, book title, the author, tell me about the book. You got till October 17th to get this information to me. You can email it to me. Now I put my email. Once I receive it and review it, each one of y'all will get a $20 gift card. It may be a Walmart gift card or it may be a Visa gift card. Haven't decided that yet. So what are your instructions? What are y'all instructions?
To read a book and
Read how many books?
2.
2.
2. Okay, 2 books. Between now and October 17th, you're going to email me the title, the author, and a 1-page, what is it, Denise? A 1-page.
They can just do a little essay for at least 3 or 4 paragraphs.
Okay, essay, 3 or 4 paragraphs about the book, what the book was about, what you got out of the book. Once I read that, get that information, each one of you all will receive a $20 gift card. I'm not sure if it's going to be a Walmart card or a Visa card. It's going to be some type of gift card. How many of y'all want to take that challenge? Okay, Malia, you with me? Type in the chat. Okay. So October 17th, I expect emails from Jacoy, Tarif, Ethan, Isaiah, Morgan, and Malia. So that's $120 of gift cards I'm getting ready to give out. If you're up to the task. Now, don't go get no baby book that's like 4 pages. Give me something with like 20 pages. Don't get no baby book now.
Now, I'm gonna make the deal a little bit sweeter.
Uh-oh.
Whoever can do it in 15 days, go get the book, read it, and be able to tell me what you read. Now, here's what I don't want you to do. Don't go back and tell me what the book says. I want you to tell me what did you learn from the book first, and then when you get the book, first of all, you got to take a picture of the book, send it to L to LT, so I can know what book you're reading, what 2 books. Okay, if you get it done in 15 days, I'll add another 20 on top of that. But I'm only gonna do it for one person.
So who's gonna be the person to get the $40?
Hopefully all of them.
Okay, so 15 days. So that's good. Take a picture of the book. And a 1-pager, a couple of paragraphs, tell me what the book is about. My email is in the chat. Y'all write that down. Malia and Morgan, if y'all want to register, you can. You don't have to, but I would love for you to, because you're also going to get something else. Jacoy, I'm leaving something with your grandparents. So when you come to visit them, you'll get that. Thank you, Sarah. So any questions for Ms. Denise? No questions. Okay, go ahead, Jacoy. Unmute
So
yourself.
do you want us to write 1 book on a paper or 2 books on? Okay. And they have to be 4 to 5 paragraphs, correct?
About 3 to 4.
About
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Okay.
I think Jacoy gonna beat y'all. He ready. He gonna jump. He gonna jump to that. Okay, if nothing else, again, thank you, Ms. Denise, Coach Denise, for sharing this information. I love it. I love it. I love it. So kids, I'm looking forward to talking with you all soon. Get to the library. I know most libraries today close at 2. I don't think many are open tomorrow. So first thing Monday, go get your books, get it started. First one that email me, I'll notify Denise. We'll get you that $40 gift card. And then everybody else, if you can do it within 15 days. But thank y'all for joining us today. This has been very good, very great. And we will talk next time. This video will be posted on YouTube probably within the next couple of hours. I will send the link out, and you all can re-listen with your parents later if you choose. Talk to you all later and have a good day.
Hey, nice meeting you guys. Have an amazing day. Thanks, LT. Call me because I'm going to cash app you now.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Bye.